Okay, so as we go on working with radicals, we're going to be looking at what is called rationalizing the denominator. So one of the things we don't want to have is a denominator that has a radical in it because it's just messy, and we need to take that out. Um, so we're going to look at that. We're also going to be looking at something called a conjugate. So if you remember the pattern, um, a plus b, a plus b times a minus b, and we end up with a squared minus b squared. That is what basically a conjugate is, except it has a radical with the a and the b. So we'll be looking at solving or rationalizing with those as well. All right, so this example on this page shows rationalizing using the conjugate. You end up with um, 2, 2 minus radical 3. You multiply by 2 plus radical 3, which is the conjugate. Um, you distribute the top part of the equation. You end up with 2 squared on the bottom and radical 3 squared minus radical 3 squared. So you would end up with 4 minus 3, which would just be 1. So I'm going to work some problems here, starting with number 13 down there. 1 over radical 5. We're going to multiply by radical 5. We need to do both top and bottom because that's the same as multiplying by 1. And this is going to be um, just radical 5. Anything times 1 is itself. And then this I can multiply 5 times 25. And 5 times 25 square root is 5. So my answer is going to be radical 5 over 5. Looking at number 14, radical 10 over radical 3. Again, we're going to multiply by a symbol of 1, radical 3 and radical 3. Top 3 times 10 is 30, so I get radical 30 over radical 9. And then I can simplify that to radical 30 over 3. Uh, do a quick check. There's no squares that go into 30, so I can go on. Now we have 7 over radical 2x. So we're going to multiply by radical 2x. Radical 2x. We end up with 7 times radical 2x over radical 4x squared, and 7 radical 2x over 2x. Number 16, we're going to split that. So we're going to have radical 2y squared over radical 3. We're going to have radical 2 times radical y squared times radical 3 over radical 9. So we can multiply, well, first off we can do the y and then do radical 6 because we can multiply 2 and 3, and that is going to be over 3. Alright, so I'm going to do the next 4 on another page. Starting with 5 cubed root 32. Now what we want to get is something that's going to give us a pure curve cubed root. So we're going to multiply by the cubed root of 2. And I'm going to go down here. We're going to have 5 cubed root 2 over the cubed root of 64. And we're going to get 5 cubed root 2 over 4. Next, we're going to go 8 over 1 plus radical 3. We're going to multiply by the conjugate, which is 1 minus radical 3. 1 minus radical 3. We're going to get 8 minus 8 radical 3, because we distribute the 8. And we're going to get 1 squared minus radical 3 squared. So that's going to be 1 minus 3 on the bottom. We're going to get 8 minus 8 radical 3 over negative 2. Okay, number 19, we have radical 13 over radical 5 minus 2. We're going to multiply by the conjugate, which is going to be radical 5 plus 2. Simplify that, we're going to get radical 65 plus 2 radical 13 on the top. On the bottom, we're going to get radical 5 squared minus 2 squared. Radical 5 squared is 5, minus 2 is going to be 1. Our answer then is going to be over 1, so our answer is radical 65 plus 2 radical 13. Go up to do number 20. The problem is 12 over radical 2, radical 7 plus radical 7. Conjugate is going to be 2 minus radical 2 minus radical 2 or radical 7. And we get 2 minus radical 7. We distribute, we get 12 radical 2 minus 12 radical 7. And we get radical 2 squared minus radical 7 squared. So that will be 2 minus 7. So it'll be negative 5. 12 radical 2 minus 12 radical 7 over negative 5. Now we're going to look at adding and subtracting. I'm not going to do multiplying. Anytime you add or subtract, you need to have like terms or like radicals. So if there's a chance to sort out a radical or break it up to make a like radical, you can do that. So looking at this, I'm not going to have you multiply, so I should have taken this out. I won't do the multiplication problems here. So let's look at number 23. We got 3 radical 2 minus radical 6 plus 10 radical 2. Um, we are going to go and break this out to radical 3 times. Now I can't break that out. So it's just going to be 13 radical 2 minus radical 6. If I would have been able to break the 6 out with a natural square and get a number in front for a coefficient of radical 2, I could have done that, but it would break out as a multiplying. So number 24, 4 radical 7 minus 6 radical 63. We're going to go 4 radical 7 minus 6 radical 9 times radical 7. 4 radical 7, and then we're going to have minus 6 times 3 radical 7. We're going to get 4 radical 7 minus 18 radical 7, and we get negative 14 radical 7. And I can do 25. I'll do 25 as well. We have 4 third root 5x minus 11 third root 5x. So we have the same radicals. 4 minus 11, negative 7 third root 5x. Again, just performing operations that we've done before, making them look a little different with the radicals. Same thing with like terms when you add or subtract.